Hi there, today we're going to make a battery pack using pennies. I don't know what they're called in the States, to be honest, or in Europe, I suppose the euros, or cents. Maybe they're cents in the States as well, I don't know. Russia, God knows, China, who cares? If it's copper, you can use it. So if you find some little copper discs, about the size of your thumbnail maybe, then you can use them. So what we're going to do, we're going to combine the copper coins with bits of cardboard. Those bits of cardboard will then be layered with bits of tin foil, and then I'm going to couple this onto the end of it, making a positive and a negative, and hopefully, with my multimeter over there, we shall get a reading. We'll see. So first things first, take a piece of your cardboard, take one of your pennies, and draw around it. You want an equal number of cardboard discs to the amount of pennies that you've got. So if you've got five pennies, get 5 cardboard discs. If you've got 50, get 50. I'm going to draw around these. Now I've got 30 coins, so I've got to do 30 circles. I'm not going to bore you to death with all of that bit, so I'll do that in a minute. But I saw a video on this a little while back and I thought I'd give it a go. Now, the guy used 10 pennies, I think, and he got 3.9 volts. And I suppose it depends on the copper you've got and maybe the thickness of the foil, thickness of your cardboard, maybe calibration of your multimeter, that kind of thing. But based on circa 4 volts was 10 coins, most of the stuff that I use is 12 volts, so I figured I'd try and make a 12 volt battery and see if 30 coins will do that. If it won't, I'm look like an idiot. So, there's 10 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. There's my little discs. Next thing is to put them into a bowl of water so they can soak. Obviously dry cardboard doesn't conduct electricity, but wet does. And then I've got to do the foil. Little tip with the foil, I'll show you anyway once I've folded it, but is to fold it. It's a lot easier than the cardboard because you don't need to draw 30 circles. Depending on how many folds you can get into it, is how many circles you need to draw. So if I can get approximately 4 pennies across the width of this piece of tin foil, that means roughly I've got to do what, fold 7.5 times. So if I fold it 7 times and then just do 2 extras, it should be 30. Yeah. Now, the only reason I'm showing you this is just in case you think that I've pre-bought them, or that it's all magic and done on Photoshop or whatever. So here I am cutting them. Like I say, it's a lot easier when you're doing the foil ones, because then you get this, look, magic. So then add your cardboard to your water. Now, I've used an old Cocoa Pops box because that's the cardboard that I had. And it's only occurred to me now when one's flipped over that they're actually painted. Now, I hope that doesn't make any difference. But you just never know, do you? So in case you were wondering, where did I get all these shiny coins from, although some of them are still a bit crappy, they're shiny because I washed them. A bit of, a bit of vinegar in a bowl, funnily enough that bowl, and some salt, give it a swish round, and it's remarkable how quickly they clean up. Literally 15-20 seconds. So now we're going to start assembling this thing. So we start with a coin, and then we go with a cardboard disc that is nice and wet, and we pop that on top, and then we put a, on the thingamajig, and then we put another coin on, and then we put another disc on, and then we put another tin foil disc on, that's the one, and then we put another coin on, and then we put another another cardboard disc on, and then we put a tin foil disc on. Now I can't imagine it's going to make a massive difference if you, for example, put, oh you dickhead, 2 of these tinfoil discs on, back to back because they may well be stuck together. I seem to have a massive shortage here. Where are you? Oh, these are all stuck together, that's why. There they are. Anyway, so coin on, disc on. Now, if like me, when you see something, you straight away start to question it, well, that's a good thing. Then congratulations. I questioned when I saw the video of somebody doing one of these a while back. Well, what happens when it dries out? And quite frankly, I don't know, because I've not really looked into it. I just decided to make one and find out. So what I'm actually going to do is, where's the tube gone? I've got one of these plastic tubes, so what I'm going to try and do is keep this together with tape, this stuff, duct tape, and then what I will do is put it into the tube, and then if this does in fact dry out, or when it dries out, if it does stop working, I can then fill the tube with water, let the cardboard absorb the water. Hey presto, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, one battery, ready to go again. Because what I want to do is keep this in the van just in case. Because it's going to be a lot lighter than carrying a 12 volt 7 amp hour nickel metal hydride, or sorry, sealed lead acid. Oh, so anyway, I've got quite a few more of these to do. Back in a minute. So that's it, 30 batteries, all back to back. Now the moment of truth, we shall stick the multimeter on it. I don't know if you can see that from there. Oh, you can, yeah. We'll put the multimeter on it and see if we get a voltage. So right at the bottom, right at the top, shit the bed. Huh. Now that did actually register 10 volts. Let's get the cable on it, get some tape on it, see how it goes. We might have, I don't know, too much water in it. Water obviously offers some kind of resistance, doesn't it? So yes, I'm going to dry this up. If you want to just dry up while the video's rolling. Hello! You're an idiot. Okay, that's quite firm. Quite nice and warm. And the electrons flying around. So, I'm going to get a little bit of duct tape. So just the old Gorilla Pod. Come on, Gorilla Pod. So, I'll get a little bit of duct tape on it. Now that should be enough to wrap it. Alright, let go. And cutter's wire. Fuck. I hate this stuff. Right, so I've got a cable. I stripped the ends, but I'm going to strip a little bit more. Give it a little twist. It shouldn't be polarised yet, but you never know. We're going to go with the positive on the bottom. Right, you in the middle. Just lift you up. Because of the foil, it's a little bit slippy, but yeah, we'll get there. Now the cable's on the bottom, it's a little bit warm. Okay, so my iPhone ran out of memory, so I had to run upstairs, sync it with my MacBook. Really needed that. So now I've got to hold this and tape this. So sorry I'm in front of the camera, but without you guys here to help me hold it, oh crap, come on. Stuff sticks like shit to a blanket. Okay, so that's that one held anyway. Let's just see if that'll hold it temporarily. Okay, so that's a start anyway. It's on there. All I'll do is I'll take my knife, I'll cut that off and stick some more around it. and I went straight down the middle. Boo boo boo. If this cable comes off at the bottom of this battery, someone will die. Loving this now, aren't you? You're watching this thinking, how does he do it? Where does he get these skills from? I'm thinking the same thing. How have I done this without it falling apart? And yes, oh shit balls, you fuck bag. Oh well, we'll get that in there in a minute. This one's together nicely anyway, so that's good. Looky, looky, I found hooky. Come on, in you go. In like Flynn. That one's still on there because you can still see the indentation where I pushed it down. The other one was obviously too wet. So, let's get the meter back on it now. Now it's all held together. DC voltage, obviously. And we've got a couple of little terminals on here that we can maybe get onto. And we have got 7.72 volts. Well, so much for my calculations then. 7.67, 7.68. Now that's not too bad, I suppose. You know, that's a 7-volt battery right there for 30p. Well, you know, 30p-ish. How much does a little 9-volt battery cost you? A 9-volt's got to be 3-4 quid, something like that. So I suppose if you look at it like that, it's relatively cheap. But this obviously isn't going to plug into the same slot as a 9-volt battery. And it obviously isn't 12 volts either. Maybe when that dries out a little bit, it'll be less. It'll be more voltage, I don't know. Maybe because the cardboard's painted on one side, it could be that. I just don't know. But anyway, it's done. It works. 7.5 volts out of 30p's worth of pennies that I had lying around. DC plug, obviously that's a female DC plug. Or yeah, female DC plug. I've got males, I just picked up the wrong one. Yeah. If you want to do it, give it a go. It's not that hard, obviously. So guys, I have to say I am incredibly blown away. Duracell have contacted me since making the video and they signed a sponsorship deal. It's unbelievable really, they want to stock this product, they've mass produced it, we've got the prototype now. And yeah, it's branded Duracell, check this out. Who's your daddy now, huh? And not only that, Barocca wanted in on the deal as well. So it's now the Duracell Barocca battery pack. I mean, you know, you just can't make this shit up, can you?